Hello, this is C. Marshall, and these are my thoughts on Factorio. Now, we as gamers, or I guess more as people, live in a post-Minecraft world. We once moved blissfully through life, playing games without tacked-on crafting and survival elements. But now we must come to terms with the fact that one of the largest events in gaming's history so far has just blazed through pop culture. Society in general, actually, because Minecraft is big, unfathomably so. And out of the volcanic soil left in its wake, an impossible amount of games have sprouted. As expected, mostly terrible games, but every now and then you get something like Factorio, a wonderful work in progress that takes a piece of something huge and stretches it into something that can stand on its own. Like Kraftwerk and Daft Punk, you can see how the former inspired the latter, but they stand completely independent. Factorio is all about working hard not to work at all. There's something outrageously satisfying about having things do work for you, assigning a task that you once had to tackle on your own to some lesser being. And eagerness to create efficiency is just the human way. Aren't pretty much all technological advancements born from general apathy anyway? Remember the last time you wrote a letter? Jesus, it's just exhausting. Factorio starts off like something you've seen countless times. A lonely person in a big world with practically nothing. You build a pickaxe, you get some coal, you get some iron, but quickly you realize that Factorio doesn't want you doing these things. It wants you to think bigger. So you place some mining drills that run on coal, whose efficiency can stave off your hunger for a moment or so. And before you know it, you're cruising around in a tank, massacring the natives while trains and robots do everything for you. These natives being alien creatures, as your character is a human sent to colonize a new planet and fend off the indigenous population as your dense pollution clouds piss them off. Which brings another layer of management to the game, balancing production with population. You can say screw it and turn the sky black, or just run off solar power to keep the aliens as happy as possible for as long as possible. It all sounds pretty complex, and it kind of is, but the thing that makes Factorio so great is how well it drops its complexity onto you, and how every single thing you build works exactly as expected. There are also visual representations of how your little factory runs, each piece acting and looking appropriately. The game has some pretty big problems still, mostly because it isn't complete. The end game is a slog, and nothing can match the excitement of the first 5 hours or so of a world. And that's an exciting sentence to say, the first 5 hours of a world, because I've got save games, just single little tries, that I've put more hours into than most games I have bought in my lifetime. There is also awkward combat, which often falls into you sloppily driving around an alien's nest and just shooting from your car, or worse, slowly leapfrogging forward with a wall of turrets. And because of this, I still prefer to have them turned onto peaceful mode, which means that the monsters only attack if you make the first move. There also aren't many options for underground building, and rail laying is a nightmare. But regardless, I should note that it's surprisingly stable, especially for an unfinished build, and the multiplayer even works pretty damn smoothly. But it does so many more things right than it ever does wrong. It does a great job of teaching without words, enough so that it doesn't really require a wiki to get the hang of things, even though I'd still recommend browsing it. Factorio asks a lot of you, in terms of creative solutions and a constant need to make things more compact and just work together, often ending in you having to repurpose old machines, or have a conveyor belt provide for one too many mouths. This is the heart of the addiction, a desire to squeeze a little more out of your given area, and to make production lines smaller, leaner, and quicker. Your factories are never as attractive as you want them to be, but it's still great, because you can look out over this monster and feel a great sense of ownership, like a proud father watching their awkward little child do the best he possibly can. Factorio has my highest recommendation, and thank you so much for watching.